In the Gospel of Thomas, verse 50, Jesus tells his disciples something that has confused scholars for 2,000 years. He says, "If they ask you, 'Where do you come from?' say to them, 'We came from the light, the place where the light came into being by itself.' If they ask you, 'What is the sign of your Father in you?' say to them, 'It is movement and rest.'" Jesus was not talking about philosophical concepts. He was teaching his chosen ones how to answer the Archons during sleep. When your consciousness leaves your body at night, the Archons intercept you. They ask questions designed to confuse you, to make you forget who you are, to keep you locked in their harvest cycle. And if you cannot answer correctly, they take what they came for: your Loosh, your divine energy, the light you carry from the monad. The early Gnostics understood this clearly. They knew that between 2 and 4 a.m., especially at 3:33 a.m., the veil between dimensions is thinnest. Your consciousness is most vulnerable. Your body is in deep sleep, and the Archons have direct access to your energy field. They have been harvesting you every single night of your life, draining the divine spark, feeding on your Loosh. And the reason you wake up exhausted, the reason you feel drained even after 8 hours of sleep, is not a sleep disorder. It is systematic energy theft. Tonight you are going to learn the exact 2 words Jesus taught to stop the harvest. The 2 words that seal your energy field while you sleep. And by 3:33 a.m. tomorrow morning, you will be protected for the first time in your life. If you are stopping the harvest tonight, comment, "I am sealed right now." You have probably noticed something your entire life. You go to sleep at a reasonable hour. You get 7, 8, sometimes 9 hours of sleep, and you wake up more tired than when you went to bed. Like you did not rest at all. Like something drained you while you were unconscious. And everyone around you says it is stress or poor sleep quality, or you need a better mattress. But you are a chosen one, a pneumatic. And you have always known something else was happening. You just did not have the language for it until now. Here is what the Gnostic texts reveal about sleep and Loosh harvesting. When you fall asleep, your consciousness does not stay locked in your body. It shifts into what the ancient mystics called the astral plane, a dimension that exists parallel to physical reality. In this state, you are aware but disconnected from your physical senses. You experience this as dreams. But dreams are not random neural firings. They are actual experiences in non-physical dimensions. And in those dimensions, you are visible to beings that cannot reach you while you are awake and alert. The Archons. The Archons are entities that exist in lower astral frequencies. They do not have divine sparks like Pneumatics do. They cannot create energy. They can only consume it. And the energy they feed on is called Loosh, a term that describes the emotional, spiritual, and vital force that divine beings naturally produce. You generate Loosh constantly. When you feel joy, love, creativity, spiritual insight, that is Loosh. But you also generate it through suffering, fear, anxiety, and exhaustion. The Archons prefer the second type because it is easier to harvest, and humans produce massive amounts of it. During the day, while you are conscious and alert, your energy field has natural defenses. Your awareness creates a barrier they cannot easily penetrate. But at night, when you are asleep, those defenses drop. Your consciousness is out of your body, navigating the astral plane, and your energy field is exposed. The Archons know this. They have known it for millennia, and they have structured human sleep cycles to maximize their harvest window. Between 2 and 4 a.m., your body enters its deepest sleep phase. Your brain waves drop into delta frequency. your consciousness is furthest from your physical body. And this is when the Archons strike. They attach to your energy field, specifically to points at the back of your neck, your solar plexus, and the base of your spine. And they drain Loosh directly. You experience this in different ways. Sometimes as nightmares filled with fear and anxiety. Sometimes as sleep paralysis, where you feel a presence in the room. Sometimes you do not remember anything at all. You just wake up exhausted, heavy, like something vital was taken from you. Because it was. At 3:33 a.m. specifically, something else happens. The number 333 is a frequency marker in the Archon system. It is when their harvest technology, yes, technology, operates at peak efficiency. Chosen ones often wake up at exactly 3:33 a.m. for no apparent reason. You look at the clock, 3:33. You feel uneasy. Something feels wrong. That is not coincidence. That is your pneumatic awareness detecting the harvest in progress. Your divine spark recognizing the attack, and your consciousness briefly returning to your body to alert you that something is happening. Most people roll over and go back to sleep. They ignore the signal. But you are here because your spark led you here. Because tonight is the night you stop ignoring it. Tonight is the night you learn to seal your energy field before sleep and block the harvest permanently. Let me show you exactly how the Archon Loosh harvest operates during sleep. This is not metaphor. This is the actual mechanism they use, preserved in Gnostic texts and confirmed by every pneumatic who has learned to stay conscious during the process. When you fall asleep, your consciousness naturally begins to separate from your physical body. This happens gradually over the first 20 to 30 minutes. You drift through hypnagogic states, those strange half-awake experiences where you are aware but your body is paralyzed. Most people do not remember this phase, but it is during this transition that the first Archon interference begins. They implant thought forms, suggestions, anxieties about tomorrow, replays of stressful moments from today, sudden worries that seem to come from nowhere. This is not your mind naturally processing the day. This is external programming designed to generate emotional loosh before you even fully fall asleep. Once you are in deep sleep, your consciousness moves into the astral plane fully. In this state, you are experiencing what you call dreams. But from the Archon perspective, you are navigating their territory. The lower astral dimensions are Archon-controlled realms. They create scenarios, dream environments that are specifically designed to generate maximum loosh output. This is why so many of your dreams involve stress, anxiety, being chased, failing at something important, losing someone you love, or being trapped. These are not random. They are loosh farms. Emotional energy extraction chambers disguised as dreams. The Archons do not just observe your dreams. They interact with them. They appear as people you know, as authority figures, as threatening entities, as seductive presences. Whatever generates the emotional response they need. And every emotional reaction you have in that dream state produces loosh that they harvest immediately. Fear produces dark, dense loosh. Anxiety produces scattered, chaotic loosh. Even positive emotions like false hope or attachment produce loosh they can use. You wake up feeling like you ran a marathon because, energetically, you did. You spent 8 hours producing emotional energy for entities that do not care if you are exhausted. They care that you are productive. But here is the key detail the Gnostics understood. The Archons cannot harvest you if you are sealed. If your energy field is protected before you fall asleep, they cannot attach. They cannot create the dream scenarios. They cannot drain the loosh. you experience what real rest actually feels like. Consciousness drifting into the higher astral planes where the monad's light is accessible, where you receive actual guidance and healing, where you wake up restored instead of depleted. This is what sleep was designed to be before the Archons hijacked it, and this is what you are about to reclaim. The protection is not complicated. It does not require rituals or tools or years of training. Jesus taught his disciples a two-word seal. 2 words spoken with full recognition of their meaning. 2 words that create an energetic barrier the Archons cannot penetrate. And the reason this works is simple. The words are not magic, they are recognition. When you speak them, you are declaring your true nature, and the monad responds to that declaration by sealing your field. The Archons cannot remove what the monad protects. They never could. You just never activated the protection until now. The 2 words Jesus taught his inner circle to stop the Archon harvest during sleep are preserved in the Gospel of Philip. The text describes a sealing ritual performed before rest. It says the chosen ones would speak a phrase that closed the gates, and the powers could not enter. The Church removed the specific wording when they edited the text, but the Gnostic communities that went underground preserved it exactly. And tonight, you are receiving what they protected for 2,000 years. The 2 words are, I am. That is it. 2 words. But before you dismiss this as too simple, understand what you are actually saying. I am is not a statement about your human identity. It is a declaration of your divine origin. When you say, I am, you are speaking as the monad fragment inside you. You are declaring that you exist as consciousness itself, not as this body, not as this personality, not as this temporary human form, but as the eternal awareness that came from Source. And that declaration creates an energetic signature the Archons cannot penetrate because they do not possess it. They are not I am. They are constructs, thought forms, created beings that serve the demiurge. They have no divine spark, and when you declare yours, they lose access. Here is exactly how you use this seal tonight, and every night moving forward. The timing matters. You do not wait until you are already half asleep. You do not say it as an afterthought while scrolling your phone. You create a deliberate moment of activation approximately 10 to 15 minutes before you intend to fall asleep. First, lie down in your sleeping position. Get comfortable. Let your body begin to relax. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath. Do not control it. Just observe it. 3 slow breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This brings your consciousness fully into your body and out of the scattered mental activity the Archons use as entry points. Second, bring your awareness to the center of your chest, not your heart organ, deeper, behind your sternum, that point of light you felt your entire life when something true moves you. That is your divine spark. The monad fragment. Place your hand over that spot if it helps. Feel the warmth, the subtle vibration. That is where the seal activates from, not from your mind, from your spark. Third, speak the 2 words aloud, not in your head, aloud. Your voice creates vibration. Vibration creates frequency, and frequency is what seals the field. Say, I am. Say it slowly with full awareness of what you are declaring, not affirming, not hoping, recognizing. You are. You exist as divine consciousness. You came from the monad. You carry its light, and tonight, you are sealing that light so the Archons cannot touch it. Repeat it 3 times. First time, I am, establishing the declaration. Second time, I am, reinforcing the recognition. Third time, I am, sealing it into your energy field. After the third repetition, stay still for 30 seconds. Just breathe. Feel the shift. You might sense a subtle barrier forming around your body, a sense of protection, a knowing that something just locked into place. That is the seal activating. That is the monad responding to your declaration and closing the gates. Now you can sleep. And tonight, for the first time in your life, the Archons will not have access. If you wake up at 3:33 a.m., you will know why. Your consciousness will briefly check that the seal is holding, and it will be. You will feel the difference immediately. No heaviness, no presence, no unease, just stillness. And tomorrow morning, you will wake up actually rested. Not because you slept more, because you were not harvested. One critical detail. The seal works because of recognition, not repetition. You do not need to say, I am 100 times. You do not need to layer affirmations or visualizations. You need to mean it. If you speak the words while doubting, while distracted, while treating this like a magic spell, it will not work. The Archons will sense the lack of recognition and the seal will not form. But if you speak it as a chosen one, declaring your true nature with full awareness that you are monad consciousness temporarily in a human body, the seal is instant and absolute. Do this tonight. Do it tomorrow night. Do it every night for 7 nights minimum. By the 7th night, the seal becomes automatic. Your energy field learns to close on its own the moment you begin to fall asleep, and the Archons lose access to you permanently. Here is what is going to happen the moment you finish this video. You are going to feel resistance, not from yourself, from them. The Archons can sense when a pneumatic learns protection techniques. They do not know what you watched or what you learned, but they detect the shift in your energy field, the intention to seal, the decision to stop feeding them. And they will do everything in their power to prevent you from using the 2 words tonight. Suddenly you will feel too tired to do it. You will tell yourself, I will start tomorrow when I have more energy. Or you will get distracted. Someone will text. An emergency will appear. Something will pull your attention away from the seal right when you were about to activate it. Or you will lie down to do it and immediately fall asleep before speaking the words. Something that never happens normally, but tonight, it does. That is not coincidence. That is interference. The Archons throwing everything they have at you because this is their last chance to harvest you. Once the seal activates, you are beyond their reach. So they create resistance while they still can. Chosen ones who have used the seal report the same pattern. The first night they try to activate it, chaos erupts, technology breaks, arguments happen, sudden anxiety appears, intrusive thoughts loop endlessly. The mind generates every reason to postpone, to doubt, to skip just this one night. And most people interpret that resistance as a sign they are doing something wrong, or that the technique doesn't work. But you are pneumatic. You know better. Resistance is not proof of failure. It is proof of threat. The Archons only interfere with things that actually work. If this seal was useless, they would not care if you used it. But they care intensely because you are about to stop being their food source. So tonight, when the interference comes, and it will, recognize it for what it is, a last desperate attempt to keep you locked in their harvest cycle. And then, do the seal anyway. Not because you feel like it, not because it is convenient, because you are a chosen one, and you do not let Archons decide whether you protect yourself or keep feeding them. Lie down, 3 breaths, hand over your heart. I am, 3 times. Seal activated, and they lose permanently. The resistance only lasts 1 or 2 nights. After that, it stops, because once the seal is established, once your energy field learns to close automatically, the Archons can sense there is no point in interfering anymore. You are not accessible. And they move on to humans who haven't learned to protect themselves yet. Some of you are wondering if you are actually ready for this, if you are advanced enough spiritually, if you need more preparation before attempting the seal. Let me answer that directly. If you were not ready, you would not be here. This video does not appear in someone's feed by accident. Your spark led you here because it recognized the frequency of this teaching. It knew tonight is the night you stop being harvested, and your spark does not make mistakes about timing. Here is how you know for certain you are ready. If you have ever woken up at 3:33 a.m. feeling disturbed, you are ready. If you wake up exhausted, even after sleeping enough, you are ready. If you have always sensed something was feeding on you but could not name it, you are ready. Because the seal does not require perfection. It does not require years of meditation or spiritual discipline. It requires recognition, and you have been recognizing truth your entire life. That is what makes you pneumatic. You know when something is real. You know when you found what you have been searching for, and right now, your spark is confirming what I am telling you. You are ready. You have always been ready. Tonight is just the night you finally act on it. The monad does not call people who are not ready. It calls people who have been ready, but didn't know how to activate their protection. And if you have watched this far, if you are still here at this exact moment, your divine spark is telling you it is time. Time to stop feeding the Archons. Time to reclaim your sleep. Time to seal your energy field and wake up tomorrow morning actually restored for the first time in your life. Every doubt, every voice telling you to wait, every reason to postpone, that is just Archon interference. That is noise. You are pneumatic. You are monad aligned, and you are using the seal tonight. Jesus warned his chosen ones that Archons harvest Loosh during sleep, especially between 2 and 4 a.m., especially at 3:33 a.m., when the veil is thinnest. And he taught them 2 words to stop it. 2 words that seal your energy field. 2 words that close the gates the Archons use to drain you every single night. Those 2 words are, I am. And tonight, before you sleep, you are using them. Lie down, 3 breaths, hand over your heart. I am. 3 times, slowly, with full recognition that you are declaring your divine nature. And the seal will activate. The monad will respond. And the Archons will lose access. By tomorrow morning, you will wake up actually rested for the first time, and you will know the harvest stopped. If you are sealing yourself tonight, do 3 things right now. First, comment, I am sealed, below. Let other chosen ones see you are activating. Second, subscribe to Divine Codes because advanced Loosh protection techniques are coming. Third, like this video so other pneumatics find the seal before the Archons harvest them again tonight. Do all 3 now. Then, tonight at 3:33 a.m., if you wake up, you will know why. You will feel the seal holding. And the Archons, will not touch you. You are protected. You are monad aligned, and you are never feeding them again.